Everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Natalie McLeod, counsellor and certified in the new creative journal approach that blends collage, writing and drawing, an approach created by art therapist Anne-Marie Jobin and tailored for everyone, with no need of any artistic skills. In today's video, we're continuing a mini-series aimed at bringing a splash of colour to January, often seen as a grey month. We will be diving into the world of paint sticks, creating vibrant little squares to brighten up your journals, and they can be tailored to suit your needs. So let's embrace our creativity and enhance our well-being together. Are you ready to add some colour to your life? So let's get started. You can use an A4 size or A5 size journal with pages that can hold water or heavy mediums, preferably not too thick or not too thin. Added to your basic supplies are these paint sticks. If you don't have any, that's completely okay. I recommend you use a medium, which will dry fairly fast after application, or you can also use watercolor paints, acrylic or felt pens. The idea is that the color is vibrant and you stick things on easily. Paint sticks are versatile art supplies and they come in such an array of colors. They combine the ease of using crayon with the vibrant color of paint. I like to use them for this project because they produce a smooth opaque finish and they are similar to lipsticks in that they have this twist mechanism. You twist the base to reveal the color. And look at this really vibrant purple. You will need some stamping material with stamps of your preference. You may want to use pet tapes or washi tapes. Anything you love as decorative item. I'm sure you can find something in your home that could have a second life. For example, I have this embroidery stick on flowers or little paper flowers, but they can be any other items like sequins, cutouts of old projects, or even buttons. You can use fabric. Here I have bits of silk ribbons in various colours, vibrant in green and aqua, or a little more muted if you prefer. You may want to use the double page of your journal or simply one page like I'm doing here. You will need some masking tape, which I forgot to mention earlier, hence the list of supplies in the description box below. So we are going to lightly stick some alongside your page. And the pages in this journal are ideal as the tape doesn't seem to tear the paper easily when we will take it off later. I got this sketchbook in Hobbycraft, I think, but you can get similar ones in other places, other shops. The idea is that we create a grid on the page with the tape lightly sticking it, with the aim to create some squares we're going to colour in later. We're now going to colour in our squares, and you can go over the borders as I will show you what to do with the tape later. You can even mix the colours together. And here we are. This is what it looks like once you are done. Several colourful squares. You may want to pause and make a drink whilst it's drying, or simply fast forward to the next stage. Once dry, we're going to gently peel off the tape, taking our time. It doesn't matter if you tear the paper a little. I will later show you what to do. Here we are left with a colourful homemade washi tape. And you may want to stick the tapes on a hard plastic surface like the cover of a file so it is easy to peel off later. If you would like to save it for the future projects, then I tend to stick them on a plastic divider, but it has to be thick enough so you don't damage the divider once peeling off the tape. I hope that makes sense. Once the tape is off, you can leave them as they are, or you may want to decorate them in whatever way you like. You may use pet tapes, washi tapes, make doodles, or add sequins. I'm adding some stamps, so here I have a range of different ones. I particularly like to create a little of a vintage look to one of my squares, for example. But again, it is entirely up to you and what you like to do. There is no wrong or right way to do this. Doing this activity is a way to quieten the mind, finding some peace and hopefully enjoying the process. It is about reconnecting with your inner child, the playful parts of ourselves. Our inner child likes to play. Play triggers the release of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, which elevate mood and reduce stress hormones levels like cortisol. It is worth allowing yourself to play. You will undoubtedly see the benefits in the long run. Play a day and keep the doctor and the counselor away. Okay, so to stick fabric, you can use Mod Podge or you can use Liquitex or other form of adhesives. I'm using Pritt Stick in this case as it is only a little bit of fabric. For doodling, you can use some examples found on the internet. I tend to print out what I like and keep patterns and images from magazines in a separate book for inspiration. You really don't have to be good at drawing. You can copy or trace any simple patterns you like. So now I'm going to stick my stick-on embroidery flowers into one of my squares using some matte gel medium. You can do anything you like, really. And also a small button from a dress that I had a while ago. And this is the finished product, a variety of colourful, whimsical little squares you can use in your journal in many ways you like. This is an example of one I had made a while ago on some watercolour paper, which is a little thicker. As you can see, the tape ripped off some of the paper, so although it was initially frustrating, I decided to look at it in a different way. You can cut them out into little tags to be used in future journaling projects, for example. You may add some ink around the edges using an old vintage photo colour stamping pad for effect. And there you have a little tag where you can write some affirmations or a quote on it on the back. And here we have another version of a tag using PET or PET tape with smoother edges. You may want to journal around the squares. It could be quotes or affirmations or maybe a part of a poem you like. The way I like to use this activity is to write what positive things have happened in the week or the month. It is always a powerful reminder of how good things can be within the chaos of life, and it also helps our mind focus on what has worked out rather than what hasn't. We're so good at focusing on the negatives. The more negatives we add to what is really negative to us, doesn't give us much of a chance to notice the good things of life. So I'm going to now show you what to do with your homemade washi tapes that we did earlier. So an idea would be to journal your thoughts. It could be something negative or something positive. It really doesn't matter. If it is negative, it is about acknowledging our thoughts and feelings, then transforming them. And if it is positive, you can validate what is. But before, I would like to show you several writing techniques you can use in your journal. You can write linearly like I did at the top of the page, or you may use the illegible writing techniques. I have added the link of the video on the various writing techniques in the description box below. You can write in a non-linear way or simply jot down on paper thoughts, feelings, or even make marks. It is all about expressing yourself in whatever way you prefer. And after you have completed the writing, you can stick your homemade washi tapes onto the writing, and the masking tape is transparent, so you will not lose all the writing. It is about not avoiding our thoughts, but to acknowledge them, and through the process the New Creative Journal offers, we learn to transform thoughts into more helpful thoughts. So you now have a completely different page full of colour. An ending to the activity would be to choose an image from an old book or magazine with a little humour or not, or pick some words that uplift you or which carry a message of wisdom. All in all, it's about changing perspective. Thank you for watching and journaling with me today. I hope this was useful to you, and see you in the next video. Bye!